to you by
Your eyewitness weather forecast.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint. Let's get you up to date with the forecast. We start out with a look live. This is Smith Hill and our antenna there, and you can see that we have a good deal of clear sky across the area here. Temperature right now 84 degrees. The dew point is 70, so that's pretty humid. It's going to be uncomfortable if you don't have the AC tonight. I think we end up in the mid, maybe even upper 60s, mainly clear, muggy, humid, stuffy night. Tomorrow, I think the last opportunity to get to 90 or better. The heat kind of peaks tomorrow, more hazy sunshine. And once again, there's a heat advisory in effect that has been extended now into the day tomorrow. So once again, temperatures will feel like the mid-90s. Right now outside, it's 84 in Utica and Rome, Herkimer, Ilion, Little Falls in the mid-80s, 87 respectively at Little Falls, 85 Cooperstown, 81 in Springfield, 80 in Oneonta. Morris is at 82, and in the low 80s up across the Adirondacks. So that heat pump continues. And I think tomorrow another chance of 90 degrees. Want to bring you up to date with the latest on the tropics. Keeping a close eye on this, which is a new tropical storm. We were talking about this yesterday. That is Tropical Storm Lee. East of the Lesser Antilles, wind at 45 miles an hour, so newly birthed tropical storm. Central pressure continues to lower, and it's moving to the northwest at 16. This one will be one to watch. And look as it moves to the north and west. We get into Saturday, it's north of the islands as a major Category 4 hurricane. There are some signs that this could have an impact on the East Coast, even as far north as here. So we'll have to wait and see. It's still several days away. What I do think is going to happen, though, is we will start to see more typical September weather build next week. And as that trough carves out into the northeast here, that might help steer Lee out to sea. But again, we'll have to wait and see. All right, so at the bus tomorrow morning, had to dust this one off. It's humid, it's muggy. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s. Here's your 7-day forecast. So the heat peaks tomorrow near 90. It will feel like 95. Still humid, but not quite as hot. Thursday, Friday, scattered storms developing. Some locally heavy rain, some gusty wind with a couple storms. And even into the weekend, it's unsettled. It'll be cooler. Still some humidity running around, though. Highs in the mid-70s. Some rain likely Monday, 74. And then clearing out. Comfortable weather by Tuesday. Highs in the mid-70s. Jamie, over to you.
All right, Craig.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
All right, good evening to you. Downtown with the INET Bank of Utica. That is the Bank of Utica clock there and all lit up. Nice night, warm and humid, too. Looks like just after 10:15 at night. We are still talking about temperatures in the 70s. We'll look at those in a moment. We're only dropping to mid-60s tonight. And once again tomorrow, we've now extended the heat advisory. So that means as we get into the afternoon, it's going to feel like the mid-90s. It's in the upper 60s in Inlet and Old Forge, and even in the high peaks, it's still around 70 at Saranac Lake. 73 here in town. Herkimer, 72 over to Springfield, the town of Minden, 75 toasty degrees. Oppenheimer, Freda at 71. 67 right now in Lawrence, upper 60s in Sherburne. Here's a look at satellite and Doppler radar loops combined. We have high pressure that remains over top of the region, and that's going to be with us through the day tomorrow. And once again, it will start to warm up. We'll see if we can get to 90. It's been pretty elusive. Hey, wanted to talk about the tropics because we have a new tropical storm. Everyone say hi to Lee. This is the 5 p.m. advisory. We'll get a new one here shortly. It is east the Lesser Antilles, and it is a tropical storm at 45 miles per hour, central pressure 1,005 millibars. That number I'll be watching with interest. As it gets lower, the storm will get stronger, moving to the west and northwest at 16 miles an hour. Let's keep an eye on the track and just keep an eye on Lee in general, because look, it goes from a 1 to a 2 to a 3, which would be a major hurricane. By Saturday, 140-mile Category 4 hurricane north of the islands, and it will continue on this trajectory, which will take it up close to the east coast of the United States. And there are some data sets, that want to curl it up our way, or at least in the neighborhood. So it's still too early to get too specific, but we're going to be keeping a close eye on Lee. Tomorrow, more hazy sunshine, hot and humid, temperatures near 90. It'll feel like the mid-90s. Then we get into Thursday. Watch this. Better chance of showers and thunderstorms. Now, depending on the timing of these showers and thunderstorms, it could be close to 90 again on Thursday, but I'm a little bit worried about these storms developing. Some of them could have some locally heavy rain and some gusty wind as well. As you get ready to go to school, kids, tomorrow it's muggy and warm out the door in the mid-60s. But look, next week, it looks like we're going to revert back to what it should be in September, so low to mid-70s. For highs. 72 now, a calm wind, the dew point way up there at 68, so it is like Florida-type weather out there tonight. The heat peaks tomorrow, then we get into the showers and thunderstorms mainly in the afternoon Thursday, Friday, and even into the weekend, probably going to be some scattered showers and thunderstorms developing. Now, I don't think it's like washed out, completely horrible weekend, but there will likely be some passing showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures, like I said, kind of revert back into the 70s with some more rain coming up on Monday. We got to take a quick break. Eyewitness News continues right after this.
Eyewitness weather forecast.
Downtown Live, as we look at the INET Bank of Utica tower there lit up in the night. It is a warm, summery night. Let me look at this temperature. It is 12 after 11 on September the 5th, and it's 70 degrees. That is way above where we should be. So it's a muggy, warm night. It's stuffy. It's uncomfortable for sleeping if you don't have the AC. Mainly clear. Lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, near 90 once again. Now, the past few days, we've made it to the upper 80s and stopped. But it's going to feel like the mid-90s tomorrow. We have a heat advisory in effect. I'll show you that. It's actually been extended. Showed you this last night. It's now extended into Wednesday. So, again, these shaded areas in the afternoon will feel around 94, 95, 96. It's 71 now in downtown. Griffiths at Rome is at 69, low 70s in Little Falls. 70 Hartwick, Cooperstown, Milford, Worcester. 88 corridor to Oneonta's at 69. Richfield Springs as well. Up into the Adirondacks, it's mid-60s, a hat trick here. Old Forge, Blue Mountain Lake, over to Indian Lake. Satellite Doppler radar, high pressure remains in control. We are watching some showers and thunderstorms bubble up towards St. Louis. Meet me there, and some of those are going to spill in by the time we get into Thursday. All right, let's talk about the tropics. Technically, and well, it is normal that we would see tropical storms and hurricanes develop because it's at the peak of the season. New advisory with Tropical Storm Lee continues to strengthen. Winds now up to 50 miles an hour. The central barometric pressure has dropped 2 millibars at 1,003. That number is going to keep getting lower, and as that happens, the storm strengthens, and I think it's going to rapidly strengthen as we go through the next few days. As a matter of fact, it goes from a Cat 1 to a 2 and then up to a major hurricane, which is Category 3 or above. By Saturday, 8 o'clock in the evening, it's a Category 4 north of the Leeward Islands, and it will continue on that trajectory north and west and will be somewhere along the east coast. Now, does it make landfall? Still too early to know, but it's going to be close by. However, if I had to hedge my bets, A trough is going to kind of carve out here in the northeast, so I suspect, again, it's still kind of early, I suspect that Lee will be steered out into sea later next week, but it's going to be close. We'll keep you posted. What will happen next week is we kind of revert back to what September should be. So, i.e., we're talking low and mid-70s for highs. Out the door tomorrow morning, kiddos getting ready to go back to school. I'm sure they're all snuggled up in bed by now, but parents, it's going to be humid, muggy out the door tomorrow morning, 60s, shorts weather, tough to concentrate with afternoon highs near 90. But the first day of school is always fun, right? You don't really do much. Just kind of have fun and get back into the swing of it. By Thursday and Friday, scattered storms, especially in the afternoon. Now, it's not as hot, all right? But it's still going to be like South Florida drenching humidity with showers and storms developing. And I think those are going to spill into the weekend, too. I don't think it's completely washed out every hour over the weekend, but there will be passing showers and storms. And like I said, temperatures will be into the low and mid-70s by the weekend and into next week. We've got to take a quick break. Eyewitness News continues right after